On the Black Ops 3 Chronicles version of Moon, we were actually able to beat the entire Easter egg on round 1. After weeks and many resets, we finally got the proper RNG to finish this Easter egg without progressing through any rounds. So today, we're going to go over how we finally got this accomplishment of blowing up the Earth on round 1. Alright, before we get into it, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Maniac Killer of No Thumbs Crew, Hero X Golden, and Glitching Queen for being a solid crew and having the patience to do this. All their channels are going to be linked in the description below. So first things first, we all brought in Power Back, Immolation Liquidation, Cashback, Shopping Free, and Raindrops for Gobblegums, knowing that each of us are only going to get 3 hits the whole game as we are not progressing through any rounds. And before we teleport up to the moon, we stay in Area 51 and get points until we are all close to having about 3k so we can hit for more Gobblegums and open up the map and turn on power on round 1. Now, this is the hardest RNG part here. After we turn on the power, we let the announcer speak about power being on in Biodome, Tunnel 6, and Tunnel 11 and all that. And right after that, there's a slim chance of the announcer calling one of the excavators down, and an even slimmer chance of it being Excavator Pi to cut open Tunnel 6, which is what we need on round 1 to do this Easter egg. I guess there's only like a 3% chance of this Excavator Pi on round 1 to actually happen, so every game we didn't get Excavator Pi on round 1, we had to reset and start all over in Area 51, getting our points to try again. This is the hardest part of this Easter egg being done on round 1, to get very lucky enough to get that 3% chance of Excavator Pi right after we turn on power. This is why it takes weeks of resets just to even be able to start this Easter egg.
Tunnel 6, Tunnel 11, Laboratories, Aerodrome, warning, Excavator Pi will...
Let's go. I got some fighter sales for this, guys.
I got raindrops.
So after we hear the beautiful and just glorious voice of the announcer call to Excavator Pi, we are ready to start progressing through the Easter egg and get the gums we need. The gum that was most useful first was Immolation Liquidation, so we could get the items from the box that are required for this Easter egg, which are Gersh devices, the wave gun, and QEDs. It's best for multiple people to get QEDs, but we will get into that later. Also, in the meantime, we start to progress through the Easter egg steps that we can do, like Samantha says near spawn, and the hacker step in the labs. Then we also are going down to Area 51 after hitting the box for Gershes and weapons so that we can pick up the plates for the computer step down there and also get as many points as we can for later if we need to hit the box or hack power-ups to get max ammos. After getting the computer step all set up and done, and also the ball floating around from Excavator Pi, getting that down to the pyramid, we are ready to start killing zombies to fill the tubes with souls. This is the next hardest part, I'd say, of RNG. To get enough zombies to fill the first tube and then the additional 4 while keeping this game on round 1. That's where QEDs come into play. And that's why I mentioned the more people that have them, the better. Because QEDs have like 30 random effects or so that can happen, and one of those effects happened to be to spawn more zombies. I believe it spawns like 24 or so, but I could be wrong on that. So we start killing zombies next to the tubes to harvest souls, being very careful not to knife them and pick up a nuke by accident, as that would end the round and ruin our game. So as we're killing them next to the tubes, Hero was hanging on to one by the labs door, so we could safely get it down to 1 zombie, as having 1 zombie left increases the chance of the QED to do its spawn zombie effect. When it got down to 1, we would keep the zombie by the pyramid while someone would safely throw a QED in the labs, as if the QED was near the zombie, it could easily kill it and end the round. Now, this is where it's important to have the right Gobblegums for this, as we could throw all of our QEDs and no zombies spawn. So now we're in need of max ammos and to try some more QEDs. So Power Vacuum was great for this because we got quite a bit of max ammos just from killing zombies, or other power-ups that would drop that we could hack into a max ammo for 5 grand when needed. We also kept the hacker at its closest spawn location by repeatedly put it back until it went to the right spot, as you want it close by because you don't get all day to hack power-ups. Cashback was also helpful when needed, and also raindrops. When we were down to 1 zombie and had no QEDs left, we hit the raindrops for the max ammo and the fire sales to try and have additional players get QEDs, which I was able to. There is also a max ammo Easter egg you can do once, as the last resort that we didn't have to do in our game, thankfully. Slowly but surely, we were able to get enough spawns to completely fill the pyramid and continue to progress through the Easter egg. The hard parts are all done now. Richtofen went in and switched souls with Samantha, and we got the round back down to a few zombies. The player who was Richtofen has all the perks now and needs to be careful about their Widow's Wine grenades, as it could end the round by accident. So it's best to chuck the Widow's Wine grenades and get rid of them, or even go to the perk machine and return it with the hacker just to be safe. So all we had left was the long Samantha Says step and throwing a Gersh at the ball to launch the rockets. Making sure the zombies were far away so they didn't get killed by the Gersh, so we were able to chill in our glorious moment of watching the Earth blow up on round 1. Once again, huge shout out to Glitching Queen, Hero, and Maniac Killer, as I don't think anyone out there has accomplished this besides Maniac, and the OG No Thumbs crew members years ago on console pulled this off after a few months of resets. I could be wrong though, I just couldn't find anything out there of this being done by anyone. Well, besides Hero, I guess, in our group here, he actually pulled this off solo a few weeks ago when we all couldn't play. So big shout out to him for that, he's an absolute beast. But if you guys know of this being done anywhere else or end up doing it yourselves, let me know in the comments. The crazy thing is that this is actually our third attempt after getting Excavator Pi. One game we had trouble with QEDs and somebody timed out, and also on our very first night of trying, we got Excavator Pi on round 1 on like our 6th reset, only like 20 minutes into our attempts. And we got it and we were smooth sailing until an accidental Gersh did get thrown, and it ended the round tragically. So we almost beat this our first night 20 minutes in, but hey, that would have been way too easy. I love these types of challenges, so expect to see us doing more of these low round Easter eggs on other maps in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I love and appreciate you all. Take care, everybody.